it's this candle right here, this up close candle. It's the highest up close bullish candle before the drop down. And why that's important is it's a bullish breaker. The bullish breaker is the low here up to the high and then the lower low. So classic support and resistance would say when we trade through this candle's high right here. Let me put a line on it so that way you can see the distinctions here. And I can put this to bed once and for all. All right, see this line right here? That line, if it's broken like it is on this candle right there, the common consensus is if this is broken to the upside, when price comes back down to it right here on that candle, it should act as what? Resistance, broken, turn, support. Well, no. No. What I'm doing is I'm looking inside that up close candle here. Let me move this way out of the way for a second. That green candle right here, the last uppermost green candle, because I'm looking at its closing price, not this one. I'm looking at this one. It has the highest up close. It's inside of the high that's formed between this candle's low and this candle's high. I'm sorry, this candle's low and this candle's low. So a bullish breaker is a swing high that's between two lows, but the most recent low has to go lower because it's taking out sell stops. Then the market rallies higher, trades through it, and then I'm going to look for this signature in price. I'm first looking for the beefiest up close bodied candle. If there is a candle that's large like this one, if you're not careful, you can just say, well, that's the one I'm looking for. No, you got to look for where the highest closing price is in an up close candle. That's this one. That's my bullish breaker. Then you take that entire range from its low up to the high, encapsulate that with your rectangle, and then drag that forward. Now, at the time, I was talking about how by itself it means nothing. It just gives you the range as far as how much of a retracement back down. I'm saying that, and I said this live, that it's not that you're breaking above that old high and using it as support now. I'm saying that you need to look at that low and expect price to reach down as far as that. That's still okay. But I took your attention into this little area here, which was the fair value gap defined by this candle's high and that candle's low. That fair value gap, I said you would see the bodies stay inside that, and that's exactly what we see here. The wicks went beyond it. That's fine. What is it inside of? This fair value gap is inside of what? This breaker. So that entire range extended out in the future. Yes, we went lower. Where did the bodies stop? Right at the bottom of the fair value gap. The wicks can go through that. Remember the analogy I was teaching when you're cutting the grass in your lawn? You got to be careful not to leave those little mohawks where you didn't line up your mower correctly and you have to go back and cut them. That's what this is, leaving no mohawks. It's going to overshoot it just a little bit. That's fine. That's not lack of precision. The body stayed inside of that breaker. That's proof of logic. That's proof of concept. That's proof that the market is absolutely being controlled. You're going to tell me that every retail trader and every person that speculated today in the S&P came together and commonly agreed that we won't let the body close outside of the scope of a breaker that some goober on YouTube called ICT created, right? It takes more faith to believe that than to simply accepting the fact that the markets are algorithmic. But okay, whatever. So the market rallies from there and trades up into the pool of liquidity over here, which is what I drew your attention to. I said I had to break at 10:30 because I had to go test drive a Hellcat jailbreak edition, and I'm probably going to take delivery of it. But the buy side above here, we ended up going to that, and as it did that, I tweeted and said, there you go. 31, 36, 50 was booked, so the buy side was taken.